Alright folks, Pitching 88, we are back with...
Kane here.
And let's head on.
Alright. Yep. Alright, so...
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. And people are fighting, what a surprise.
Yep, more horn.
Come on, Ace.
What's going on? Oh dear.
Bellinata, what's going on? You Romans think you could step on us, but we will fight and keep for what is ours. You Gauls prepare for war. Do you have the flight right now? Do you have to fight right now when you don't even know who's killed your chieftain? You won't befuddle me, Romans. With that weakling Caturix gone, I'll be a better chieftain and a force for you to respect. Oh, so you've been able to take the chieftain's place, have you, Bellinata? Let's have a talk about that.
Implicating herself.
Oops. So, Bellinata, it's a bold move to proclaim wanting to be the new chieftain before the old one's body has cooled. I didn't kill Caturix, if that's what you mean. I'm a warrior, and I have honor, which is exactly why I should be chief of our tribe. Once our people finish mourning his death, they will come to their senses and ask me to negotiate in his stead. I will wash myself with soap in the river and decorate my skin with chalk patterns of our tribe. Then I will take my sword and cut down you Romans. But Bellinata, wouldn't you prefer an agreement to be reached without violence? I am not a weakling like Caturix. I'm ready to battle for our freedom. I'm willing to give you freedom if you just, relax. Ugh, Trevor. Ace. Bellinata sure is bloodthirsty, and tensions are so high the Gauls and the Romans might start fighting any moment. You're right. It's all the more important that we make haste. Let's take another look around the Gaul village. And getting a lot. We're getting a lot of lines.
Oh, Floor's back. Nice.
Welcome back, Floor.
Alright, money pouch. Oh.
Money. Hey, good eye, Ace. The boar symbol in this money pouch matches one we saw on the chief's cape. This must have belonged to him. The pouch feels super flat, and it's empty. Take the money? Let's examine the strange stuff on it. And what's this box? Anything hidden behind a lock could be a clue. Let's get it open, quick. So we're talking to everyone in chat, discussing dyeing my hair blue. That should be interesting. Leave a comment down below if you think I should do it. I'll probably put a poll up anyways, but still.
No, it's this one.
Ace, what do you think these tiles in the box are for? Maybe some kind of game? Let's get this box to Orlando. Maybe he can tell us something.
Thinking it's planning war or something like that.
Probably. Hey, but you get some lines this time?
Yeah.
Been a while. Ooh, I'm frozen. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Alright, Ace. time machine will help us make sense of this powder in the victim's empty pouch. Minigame is not as bad as the Codex. I don't like either, so...
Alright, now I get some lines. Ace, did you touch or move these ruins when you got the box open?
Not at all. Why?
See, runes are a method of divination. Ancient people use them to predict the future or interpret present or past events. The figuration of runes here communicates the concepts of authority and death.
Authority and death? Wow, it sounds like these runes had something to say about the murder.
Yes, and the divination tools clearly belong to the druid you met. You'd be wise to talk to her.
Yes, definitely. Hey, so let's go find a Treba.
Crazy woman.
Makes the dialogue a lot more real. Thank you very much, Floor. It's fun to do this.
Yeah, it's nice when there's back and forth.
You don't have to cover every line yourself.
Yeah, takes a little bit longer, but
This is why I just live from like 4 people. Metal fragments. The substance you collected from the chief's money pouch is a combination of ash and metal powder. Good call, Ace. Ash.
clank.
Hey, what's that clanking noise Theo was talking about? That's the clanking noise Theo was talking about. Kai, is it you working on fixing the time reactor? Maybe you didn't hear us. Anyway, ash and metal are stuff of blacksmith workwigs. What was he doing in the victim's money pouch? Vinextos had better had not stolen it. Let's talk to him. If that's not Ruby, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
Atreba, we found your runic divination about the chief of Death Caturix. What was... You mustn't tell anyone. On the day of the negotiations began between Chief Caturix and Mark Antony, when the sun was at its highest. I was out picking gooseberries and drawing chalk guardians in the trees, when suddenly the forest went dark. The sky blackened, the animals became restless, and an elk stopped in the path. She spoke with the voice of my mother, the sorceress Valentina. Okay, and what does this have to do with a prediction about the chief? Well, the elk told me I must cleanse myself. The village would suffer. I rushed home and washed with soap until my skin was raw, and I heard her voice again. She said no amount of soap would suffice. A sacrifice must be made to set things right. Sacrifice? You mean a human sacrifice? Shh. Do you hear that? I must be going. Well, Ace, let's hope Atreba didn't commit the crime just because an elk god told her to. No, that's definitely Ruby as a time traveler. That's... Vinextos, tell us at once. Why did you steal money from Chief Caturix?
Wait, I did nothing wrong. I was only taking what was owed to me.
What do you mean?
Caturix was scared the negotiations with the army would fail, so he asked me to make him a fearsome weapon, and he didn't even pay me.
So you stole money from him to take your payment?
They were always taking things from me. Mark Antony took all of my chalk for his camp the one time he came to visit the village. None of these things are free. This is my livelihood, and Chief Caturix didn't care one bit.
Ace, it was bad enough that our time machine malfunctioned and threw us into ancient Gaul instead of home. I hear that there's also a timeline disruption with a Gaulish Chieftain dead too early. Nobody told me. I'm looking at you, Zara. I knew you'd be stressed about it, so I didn't want to bother you. We've got it under control. Kind of. Our suspects include the Mark Antony, who has a super scary temper, and Del Nada, a Gallic warrior who runs to replace the chief. Things are, a bit tense between the Gauls and Romans at the moment, but hopefully there will be no fighting. The quicker you wrap this up, the better. I recommend you search the crime scene again.
Oh yeah, good call. Never would have thought of that myself.
You know, that's actually like a brand new idea. I don't think I've seen that in Chrono Case so far.
It always makes me laugh that we decide to do the crime scene like second.
All the way at the
All
end.
the way at the end, yeah. It's like the second one I would think you'd want to do that almost before you even went further, but anyway, it's still a video game. Oh wow.
A snowman. Gauls and the Romans are creative. I'll give them that. Hi folks, Kid for GCD8. We are back, and unfortunately we had a lot of lag trying to do the stream with Trevor, and he ended up having to go to work. So I'm catching you guys up, finish at least the arrest killer off. So let's analyze this real quick. You know, Ace, I'm glad I'm not a chieftain in ancient Gaul. This thing can't be comfortable to put on your neck. Ooh. My bad. Can't be comfortable to put on your neck. Ha, funny. I had the same thought. Anyway, did our killer leave any clues on it? Yes. There were recent traces of a mixture of fucus seedweed, chestnuts, and verbena. It's an ancient remedy for healing scars. I couldn't find the stuff anywhere on the victim's body, so it's your killer who got the scar. After murdering a Gaulish Chieftain, our killer is going to be scarred for life. Killer has a scar. Ace, time to arrest the killer and hopefully find out more about why this death happened a year too early. If I'm correct, I think I know who it is. Alright guys, let's arrest the killer. Oh no! Something was wrong. Okay, definitely not this guy. He doesn't have a scar. She doesn't have a scar, and gooseberries. She doesn't have fur. Aha! Yep. Alright, let's put him in jail. Knew it all along, guys. Knew it all along. The next toast, you're under arrest for the murder of Chief Catullus. Why would you say I murdered the chief? I was going to profit from his negotiations with the Romans. Yes, that seemed to be your plan, until you changed your mind and followed him up to the dolmen. You picked up a rock and snuck up behind him, cracking him in the skull. Then you wiped your hands with his cape, hid his torque in a snowman, and fled. What? How did you know that? We've got you, Venextos. It's useless to lie. The chief had forsaken us. He was going to leave us to be slaughtered. I kept an eye on him since he didn't pay me. I saw him creeping out of the village. I followed the chief to the dolmen and heard him ask the gods to provide him protection while he ran away and abandoned his tribe. Chief Catullus wasn't going to stay and negotiate with the Romans? No! He was afraid of the Romans. I thought only saving him and his own skin. I could not abide with such a coward, such a traitor. Something changed your chieftain's mind. He betrayed the tribe. But aren't you also a traitor for turning against your leader instead of reasoning with him? Tribal matters aren't your concern, Romans. No, that's why we're going to leave it up to your fellow villagers to decide what to do with you. Oh. Ooh, trial by village. It shall be known that Venextos is the man who murdered Chief Catullus. But he was going to abandon us. He'd leave us for the Romans' mercy. Yes, but you cannot take the life of the chieftain without consequence. Venextos, you must demonstrate the courage lacking in Chief Catullus by standing first in line when we face the Romans. As punishment for you murdering a chieftain, you will not be given a shield with which to defend yourself. Ooh, so it's pretty much a death sentence. If I must atone for my sins before the tribe, so be it. Alright. Ace, when we started looking into why Catullus died too early, we wondered if the problem was a rogue time traveler, or ripples in the time stream. Now we know the killer wasn't a time traveler. The blacksmith who killed the Catullus is a genuine member of his epoch. That means something is wrong with the timeline, because the historical Catullus didn't run away. He stayed and negotiated with the Romans. I don't get it. We fixed things in Egypt. There should be no ripple effects. It could be... Hold on, Ace. Can you hear that noise? That's not kind of fixing the machine. It's like someone chewing. It's coming from under the desk. Found the time traveler. Hello. I'm really sorry I caused you trouble. Pet, what are you doing here? I'm gonna take a wild guess. Say she's probably the time traveler. Just a guess. Just a guess. There you go. That is the killer, the Nextos. I also like how up until Mark Antony, everyone had only a first name. That is Chapter 3 for everybody. Will be going to Kingdoms of Clay 2 of 5 in the additional investigation, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. It's been GS88, over and out.